Hello, everyone. This is Minister William, or Reverend Will if you wish, and this is the sermon for September 10th, 2023. And as always, we'll start with a moment of silence for prayer, meditation, or what have you. All right, thank you. Today's sermon is called The Weight of the World, and it is on developinggoodhabits.com. Once a psychology teacher walked into his classroom full of students holding a glass of water with his arm stretched straightened out to the side. He asked his students, "How heavy is this glass of water?" The students started to shout out guesses ranging from 4 ounces to 1 pound. The professor replied, "The absolute weight of this glass isn't what matters while I'm holding it, rather the amount of time that I hold on to it that makes an impact. If I hold it for, say, 2 minutes, it doesn't feel like much of a burden. If I hold it for an hour, its weight becomes more and more apparent as my muscles begin to tire. If I hold it an entire day or week, my muscles will cramp and I'll likely feel numb or paralyzed with pain, making me feel miserable and unable to think about anything aside from the pain that I'm in. In all these cases, the actual weight of the glass will remain the same, but the longer I clench onto it, the heavier it feels to me and the more burdensome it is to hold." The class understood and shook their heads in agreement. The professor began to say, "This glass of water represents the worries and stresses that you carry around with you every day. If you think about them for a few minutes and then put them aside, it's not a heavy burden to bear. But if you think about them a little longer, you will start to feel the impacts of the stress. If you carry your worries with you all day, it will become incom- incapacitated. You will become incapacitated, prohibiting you from doing anything else until you let them go. Put down your worries and your stressors. Don't give them your entire attention while your life passes you by." The moral: let go of the things that are out of your control. Don't carry your worries around with you everywhere you go, as they will do nothing but bring you down. Put your glass down each night and move on from anything that is unnecessarily stressing you out. Don't carry this extra weight into the next day. This is a pretty good advice. Though I am one of those people who uh, does carry stress around with them. It is very hard for me to overcome what stresses me out. And I have to physically try to force myself to move past it or work hard on it. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. But you can't carry, if something stresses you out, if something is like bringing you down, you can't hold on to it. You have to let it go and do your best to let it go. There's some things that you can't, they're like this, that are like big, that are important, and it's like, that'll stress you out. But the little things that don't matter, don't let it bring you down. If you do, you'll be miserable all the time. And you have to let yourself find some joy. You can't let constant stress just build up and weigh down on you. Because sometimes, unlike the water in the story, you you're carrying one stress, and if something else happens, you carry that with you as well. And then it just keeps bearing down on you. The more you take on, sometimes that will get heavier. So get rid of any stress that's not important. If it's not something important, don't let it bring you down. But this is a kind of a short sermon today. It'll be the last sermon of this month, for I'm going to go and visit a friend of mine for the next couple weeks. I'll be leaving on the 17th, and I'll be getting back around the 23rd, and I'll be taking the following week off as well, just to recover from any jet lag or uh, anything, any tiredness from my trip. But remember, everyone, when we all come together, the possibilities are endless. And I will see you when I return from my trip. Thank you. Goodbye.